I couldn't think of a particularly clever opening for this one, so let's just get into it. Venom, The Last Dance. I've enjoyed the Venom movies. They're not good, any of them really, but I've enjoyed them for what they are, which is dumb fun. And especially the second two, the filmmakers have understood that it was that. I think the first one was trying to be serious, which is why it's as long as it is. But they realized later on that what actually worked and what people liked about it was some of the stupider stuff. And they've leaned into it since then. And honestly, I prefer it that way. I hadn't heard great stuff about this. I'd actually heard from people who even liked the first two that this one was bad. I didn't take that too seriously, though, and I wasn't too concerned because I'd also heard from people who claimed to like the first one that they thought the second one was bad. But that one was so much better. Second one is the best one of the three. This is fun. This is exactly... It's like... I feel like the time between Venom movies, people get expectations, and I don't know why. I don't know why you'd go into this expecting anything other than stupid, ridiculous fun. And that's what you get. Like, is it really, really stupid? Yes. Yes, it is. That I am not going to defend any plot point, any way that it progresses. There is literally a part of this movie that has the lead character do something insanely idiotic just for the sake of moving the plot forward and giving us one kind of slightly memeable moment. And I'm okay with that. I am. The tone does get, I think, a little bit too dour for its own good for the climax, for the third act. But I think it still works because there's still an appropriate level of absurdity. And I just find myself laughing going, what the hell? Like, when that reaction is what I want out of a Venom movie, is me saying what the hell while laughing. And yeah, this gave me that pretty consistently. I actually kind of want to shout out the xenopage, the major monster of it. Those things are actually pretty intimidating. Not just like visually, but they actually maintain them as a real persistent threat. What I'd expected, because what's always the case with stuff like this is the first one's going to be pretty tough, but then it'll get defeated, and then like there'll be an army of them later, and like they just win with numbers. Like, no. They really couldn't fully deal with just the one. And then, yeah, more on top of that show up, and it is this feeling of, oh, you're really screwed. And I don't know, I kind of appreciate that. It avoided the conservation of ninjutsu law. That one that says if there's a certain kind of like sort of minion for the bad guy, the fewer of them they are, the deadlier they are. It kind of avoids that problem by never really diminishing the threat of these things. So that was kind of cool. Like, Null is theoretically the big bad. He never really shows up. He just kind of appears. Like, there's a hint that, like, there'll be more from him. Why? Who cares? Whatever, man. But the dynamic between Eddie and Venom, like, that's the reason to like this. That's the reason to have fun with this. And watching Venom possess other things like the Venom horse, and there's a few other things you get. Actually, I'll say this right now. Watch the credits. And I don't mean like for the mid-credit and the after-credit scene, like, yes, they do exist. They're whatever. No, but just like the initial credits, because I feel like the filmmakers themselves actually kind of realize, like, okay, we kind of made the last act a little bit more somber than what people are kind of here for. So let's just go ridiculous for the ending credit visuals. And so the ending credits during, sort of the initial, the main names that you get, you're just seeing fully rendered visuals of different animals being Venom suits symbioted. It's great. It's great. It's great. It like I honestly, when it initially ended, I was like, I guess that was okay. But then that happened during the end credits, and it reminded me of why I love this franchise. And I'm like, oh right, all right, there we go. Okay, I'm happy again. So this gave me what I wanted. Nothing that I'm gonna defend. Nothing that I'm gonna say is like some misunderstood masterwork. No. But you know what? It's okay to have stupid fun. It is. Sometimes something is stupid fun, but it doesn't realize it, or it doesn't think it's as stupid as it is. And you get that disconnect of like, yeah, this is stupid, but you don't seem to understand that, which doesn't make it fun. It makes it feel more like failing. That's why I haven't seen the two most recent Jurassic World movies, because starting with Jurassic World and then with Fallen Kingdom was arguably a little bit better, at least in its back half, for realizing how dumb it was and just owning it. But like that first Jurassic World movie, especially, like, okay, I was expecting dumb, but I wasn't expecting this dumb. And I don't think you realize what level of intellect you are playing at. And that makes it not feel like we're both here for the same reason. Venom knows what it is, at least at this point. The first one, I think, only kind of knew what it was. The second two, they know exactly what they are. And that's fine. Not everything has to be a masterpiece. Not everything has to be self-aware. Things can just be ridiculous and absurd and stupid. It's okay. Sincerely, it's okay. I promise. So, is it amazing? Am I like kicking myself because I didn't see it sooner so that it could have made my best of the year at the end of 2024? No, of course not. Still had fun though. Venom, The Last Dance. It's fun. And that's all I expected. What did you think of this? Whatever your thoughts are, drop them down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Patreon pays the bills and enables me to do this as my living. Even if you can't help me out that way, like, share, subscribe, those all help out, but don't worry too much about it. What I really know, I started to do the wrong sign out. Sorry, I need to eat. I need to eat something. So my brain's only kind of heavier. We take a relaxed attitude around here, so just come on back next time you need a break. That was it. That was the one. And now to thank my highest supporting patrons: Robin Moore, Jared Boyce, Zubin Lutfullah, Auntie Kate 808, Mira G, Angry Casperl, Dave Hall, Movie Turtle, Oliver B, Sean Miller, Welsh Wrestling Geeks, Melissa Pedersen, Mary Mello, Becky Sparks, Loki Eris, Tracy Scrabbit, Pal Barabajoggle, and Sir Didymus is my favorite. Don't worry, the rats are all fine, but my rat wrangler is not here right now, and I thought we could have Archie say hi. Or not.